Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, today, let's talk about what's going on with the U.S. market. It is looking really red. Let me explain it, and let me explain why Bitcoin is set to reach $125,000 by the end of 2024. Let's do this. Welcome, guys. Good morning. And I forgot. There you go. The market bell. Today, not looking so good in the U.S. You can see this has not updated, but the futures market absolutely brutal today. Why is that? Here's the funny thing. U.S. market, Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, all looking red because we got strong job numbers. This should send the markets rallying, okay? This should send everything upwards, except it doesn't. And here's why. ADP reported in June, private sector added more than double the estimation, close to 500,000 jobs, including 232,000 in leisure and hospitality, and then you have close to 100,000 in construction and 90,000 in transportation. This is good. This is good. That means people are out and working and not sitting at home unemployed, right? So something like this should be fantastic. Really, really good. And then you see that layoffs also fall to a 7-month low. So obviously this means companies are not laying people off nearly as much as before, and not only that, they are hiring. So this is great for the economy, right? This is great for everyone, right? So why is the markets red? Because, well, now people think Powell needs to raise more rates because people have been brainwashed into thinking that, well, jobs and growth is going to lead to higher inflation. So that's the reason why things are in red today. Again, we're still in this like backwards, bizarro world where somehow having a good economy means bad markets. It shouldn't be. This should be pumping up the market. This should be a really good thing, but it's treated as a bad thing because of Powell and him trying to curb inflation, especially after what he said last FOMC meeting, and it was revealed during the minutes that, there will be more rate hikes. Probably 2 more to be exact. So that's why things are in red. But the good thing is, it is not affecting Bitcoin today. Bitcoin is at 30,600. So obviously, right now, we're still seeing that major decoupling. Bitcoin is just not really coupled with the stock market right now. It's just not. It's doing its own thing, okay, and that is good because days like today would normally speaking, maybe if this was like 6 months ago, we would see some red, but no, Bitcoin is stronger than ever. And why is that? Well, I talked a lot about this. BlackRock, Larry Fink, I showed the interview yesterday. He's all gung-ho about Bitcoin, right? About tokenization and the future and bringing hope to society. He even brought that up. I mean, honestly, he is very, very bullish about getting a Bitcoin spot ETF approved, okay? And if he's this bullish, then most likely, it's going to happen. So, of course, we have a lot of enthusiasm and optimism over spot Bitcoin ETFs getting improved, Gary losing, and then we have billions upon billions upon billions of dollars flowing into Bitcoin. That's what we're all waiting for, right? That's why there's so much optimism, why Bitcoin is decoupled away from traditional markets. All good things. Now, what about this 125,000? Which doesn't seem like it's very likely right now since we're at 30,000, right? But things move very quickly in Bitcoin. or in crypto, I should say, but with Bitcoin too, but mostly in crypto. A lot of you guys know when things move, when money comes in and there's short squeezes, things move really quickly. So we still have about a year and a half. And who knows? Because after the halving event, that's when things start moving really quickly. And if we are to end at 200, 250,000, 300,000 by the end of 2025, well, who's to say we can't be at 125,000 by end of 2024? But are there any factual things to back this up other than hope? Well, according to Matrixport, they do. Basically, according to Matrixport, to quote, on June 22nd, which was 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin made a new one-year high, making the first time in a year. This signal has historically indicated the end of bear markets and the start of a new crypto bull market. What did I say? I said that too. Okay. We are definitely out of crypto winter. We have started a new bull market. We're at the very beginning, okay, very beginning, but we are definitely in a new bull market. I've been saying that for a while now, and Matrixport also agrees. But here's the thing. If history is any guide, Bitcoin price could climb by 123% over 12 months and by 310% over 18 months. This is based on average returns of signals triggered in 2015, 2019, and 2020. Okay, that would lift prices to 65,000 in 12 months and 125,000 in 18 months. So this is according to history and average returns. Okay, so it's not really far-fetched at all. This is actually looking at it, you could see, taking into all the returns after 12 months and 18 months, averaging them out. And we have had years where the percentages were much, much higher too. This is actually just taking an average of what has happened before. So that means in 12 months, a little bit after the next halving event, okay, Bitcoin should be around $68,000. That's pretty reasonable. That's very reasonable, I would think. And then after that, well, that's when we go to 125,000 by the end of next year, which again, if you think about, if we get to 68,000, close to 70,000, close to our previous high, think about the FOMO that'll be building. And with all these institutions coming in, the FOMO is going to be unlike anything we have ever seen. So after we break through our previous high, can we shoot right up to 125,000? Certainly possible. So this is not far-fetched at all. This is actually pretty accurate. And if you look at, let's say, okay, if you look at 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, right? You're looking at 10%, minus 1%, 23%, right? We're right around there. So if we end this month or maybe next month around 36,000, right? I mean, that's pretty conservative too. So Matrixport is on to something. 125,000 by the end of 2024, and sometime mid-2024, Bitcoin will hit 60,000. I'm looking forward to it. Here's the kicker. 6 months at 63,000 at 100%. So 6 months after June would be end of this year. So this is predicting by the end of this year, in December, Bitcoin could be as high as 63,000. Wow. That's a big jump from where we are, right? More than double. And if that happens, what about all the alts, right? They will be jumping a lot more. So there you go. In the meantime, before we get there, there's a lot of supporting cases. For example, whales keep on accumulating. Okay, you have 7,500 Bitcoins leaving Huobi recently. So it's hard to see, but there's a big red right here. You see, like this is net flow, but you could see like there's nothing there except the very right side, right? And then you could see the balancing exchange on SHIB dropping like a rock. People are definitely accumulating right now. The big whales are buying and taking off from the exchanges. And that pretty awesome. And that's not just Bitcoin too. Ethereum reserves on exchanges have been falling for quite some time as well. So, I mean, like, it's really everything. It's not just Bitcoin, mostly Bitcoin, but Ethereum is also dropping like a rock off the exchanges. Okay, so entering the parabolic bull stage. Not yet, but as we get closer to the halving event, and based on what Matrix Poor said, just makes a whole lot of sense. As we get closer and closer to the halving event, we're going to start trending upwards, okay? And then afterwards, guess what? We're going to go up just like all the times before, right? Maybe not the same percentage, but it's pretty clear what happens. It's pretty clear what happens, right? History doesn't repeat, but it tends to rhyme, and it has been rhyming every single halving event. So I don't expect anything to be different this time around. Also, accumulation of the shrimps, the crabs, everyone else that's not a whale, right, is starting to pick up again, just like before. People are getting excited again due to ETF enthusiasm or due to the market just kind of recovering. You're seeing a lot more. Right, here's another one that's measuring the bull market, the MVRVZ score, showing that, yeah, things are moving up and we have started a new bull cycle. I mean, yes, we have started a new bull cycle. Even metrics show that. Not just moving averages, but even metrics, on-chain metrics show that. So it's all looking good. It's all looking pretty darn good. You got UAE emerging as a pro-Bitcoin mining destination in the Middle East. There's a lot of places that's starting to be pro-Bitcoin mining. El Salvador, many states in the U.S., and now the UAE. Well, it just makes sense, right? Bitcoin mining improves power grids and gives a lot of tax dollars to wherever they may be, right? So it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't take away really anything. And the more miners we have, the better it is. The more decentralized the Bitcoin network is. So it makes it basically virtually impossible to hack, right? So all very good. And finally, I have some SHIB news. I have not talked about SHIB in a long, long time. But the lead developer, Shytoshi, confirms that he will be at this blockchain futurist conference, okay, and he will speak via AI to talk about Shibarium's release date and reveal this world paper. Okay, so I got a lot of people talking about this. Ryoshi, who's the creator of SHIB, disappeared. And people are still speculating where he went, if he started another company or another project. No idea why he left. But Shytoshi's got, I guess he's kind of like the leader. So I guess this is kind of exciting. We haven't heard much about SHIB recently. So we'll see how many dApps actually come aboard to Shibarium. Layer 2 for Ethereum. And what else is going to be releasing this world paper? Supposedly, like, all these projects that are set to come aboard may be coming in. I don't know. But pretty exciting. And SHIB Network is still adding 2,500 addresses per day. This is average in June. And overall, there is close to 1.2 SHIB holders, and 77,000 bone holders, and 56,000 leash holders. And then you have all these synthetic ones too, but over 1 million SHIB holders out there. That is quite a lot. When I meet people, a lot of time they tell me they got in because of SHIB. Recently, not so much, but definitely in 2021, 2022, when I met people just randomly, like at SeaWorld, for example, someone came up and said, oh yeah, I love you. Actually, two people came up and they both said they got in because of SHIB. So a lot of people do get in because of meme coins. So meme coins, the greatest utility of meme coins is to drive people into this space. They're a people driver, regardless of what they're building or not building. But meme coins, that's their ultimate purpose, is to drive people in. And that is a good thing. All right, that is it. U.S. market's looking weaker by the minute. Let's do some Q&A. All righty. Let's see if I missed anything. Patrick sent a super chat earlier. Crypto Frank, new member, welcome. And Benno, I can't pronounce that, Benno, whatever, but appreciate that. That's it. I thought he pulled a Satoshi back in the days. He's back. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Satoshi is, but he's a lead developer. Ryoshi left. Again, I don't know why. I mean, yeah, a lot of these guys want to stay anons forever. Pepe will destroy every other meme coin next peak cycle. I don't know. I don't know. Pepe still, Pepe gets pumped and dumped a lot, right? So you look at a huge pump and it goes through these, but overall it's been, yeah, that was crazy. 1 billion and it went down here like 300 million and now it's up again. I mean, I have no doubt Pepe's going to pump in this next bull cycle, but I don't know if it's going to be as high as SHIB. Yeah, Dow fell, according to World, I don't know, Go Me Unite. Yeah, I mean, this should not happen, right? This should piss people off in the U.S. When you have good economic data, like jobs report coming in really strong and less layoffs, okay? When you have these two things happen, that's great. That's great. No one wants to see unemployment go up. No one wants to see people broke. No one wants to see people lose their homes and again, be broke, right? These are all great things. Yet it's making people poor because the stock market and Wall Street decides to sell because that means, look at it. It even lays it out, prompts fear of more Fed tightening, right? People are fearing that the Fed is going to be more aggressive with the upcoming rate hikes. Shouldn't be like this. It should not be like this. We're in opposite world right now, bizarre world. How likely will SHIB and Doge break all-time highs? Very likely. Very likely. It's very likely most crypto will break through their previous highs. The ones that haven't died yet, the ones that still have active communities and development and spaces, the ones that are just not giving up, they will make it. The ones that have given up, and there are a lot that have given up, they're not going to make it. Jerome needs you to suffer. One of the categories that Jerome Powell looks at is unemployment and jobs. He keeps saying that. what's the word that he uses about jobs? There's a, I don't know. He just says there's a strong labor market, a very strong labor market. He always says that, right? And these two reports showed that, right? But one of the things he keeps saying is, well, we anticipate unemployment is going to go up to like 4.2%. Like it's already set in his head that, oh, unemployment must go up, right? And if it doesn't go up to that level, he thinks something's wrong because there's so many jobs and so many people working. It shouldn't be like that. Where's the thing I want to show you? This thing. Brianna, I don't think much about HBAR. Hedera, haven't heard much about them. They seem like they have promise, but I don't know the intricate details of them. When I first interviewed Mans, the CEO, years ago, I was off-put by some of the things I discovered, but since then, Hedera has changed quite a lot. So I know they became open source, and they still have a really robust console with IBM and Google and others in there, and you know, it's more decentralized now, and they got smart contracts, so things have changed. I'll just say they look promising, but I haven't heard much about Hedera recently. Johnny 5, that's the right move. Other than not watching, that's not a right move. But everything else you said, DC and HODL are right moves. How do I withdraw funds from Uniswap back to my bank account? I'm new to crypto. Epic Chicken, just do the reverse. So how did you get funds from your bank account into crypto, like ETH, and then into Uniswap? So you do the exact opposite. And quite honestly, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're asking that kind of question, you shouldn't be on Uniswap at all. So there's no reason for you to be on Uniswap other than I'm thinking someone told you to go FOMO into some meme coin, and that's why you're on Uniswap. But if you're that new that you don't know that you can't withdraw from Uniswap into a bank account, and you don't know what to do in between, then that means you're too green. You shouldn't even be on Uniswap in the first place. GFAL game for a living. First of all, I don't know what GFAL is. And second of all, I don't know how much you need to earn to make a living. If it makes enough for you to not need to do anything else and do it for a living, then it's fine. Oh, it's actually called games for a living? Scratch what I just said. I thought you were saying you're playing it for a living. I don't know anything about this game. I don't know why people keep asking about it, but I don't know anything about it, and it's a very, very, very low market cap game, so probably that's why. At some point, I'll look at it, but not right now. Richie, Lego room in your new house? Yes. There will be a much bigger room full of shelves for all my Lego sets. It's going to be like 10 times bigger than my current Lego room. So I should not have problems with space. And I just bought some new sets recently. Sorry, I actually had to take a phone call. Someone important. Someone's here to pick up the car that was loaned to me for review, but so I gotta go soon. Showcasing YouTube one of these days. Richie, if you go back to my previous videos or just search CryptosRus Lego room, you'll find my last video where I kind of showcase my Lego city. I have not touched it for a long time. Been adding a few sets here and there, but there's no room. It's absolutely packed. It's so packed I can't put anything. Oh, you mean a new room? Yeah, I'll showcase it once the shelves are in and stuff like that. Where are we at? 2-year treasury yield hits 16-year high after jobs data shatters expectations. Today's looking really red. Today's looking really red, and it should not be. Coinbase is down big. Tesla's down big. Finally, AMD, MicroStrategy, everything's down big. I guess the good thing is those of you guys kind of like me that's been sitting on the sidelines, not buying any stocks. This is good. It drops things lower so that you could actually, accumulate at a cheaper price. That's the only good thing out of this scenario here. And today may be really ugly. Dow can be down like 500-600 points today because of good jobs data. Think about that. Overall, crypto market is still clinging on, barely in the green, right? It's still kind of decoupled away. Bitcoin dominance is climbing up a little bit. Yeah. Lego brickheads, are they worth it? They're not going to be. I mean, it's cool to collect. My kids has a lot of those brickheads, but they're not going to be worth much. All right, not too much questions this morning. I guess I'll end it. So, stay strong, guys. 125,000 by end of 2024. Well, according to Matrix Port, this can happen due to what transpired 2 weeks ago. We have broken into a new bull cycle, and based on the previous returns, we should see 125,000 by the end of 2024. And even before that, we will be in the 60,000s, quite possibly by the end of this year or the beginning of 2024. All right, so stay strong, my friends, and I'll see you guys tonight. Today's Thursday, right? So I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one. Take care.